One thing I'd be very interested to get your take on, actually, Clement, is obviously the LMS. I mean, as people are probably getting the message here with all the people fleeing to OPL, the LMS doesn't exist anymore, and they made it. The joke is this is how you know you're a boomer, is when you're just starting to watch history repeat, and then everyone else is like, wow, what an interesting development. You're like, it's already happened. So when I watched them fold that into the PCS, I was like, did we learn nothing from the GPL? Like, I'll give people a little piece of trivia. I once, when I was like only a couple of years into League of Legends, let's say like 2014, 2015, I naively thought, what I'll do is I'll look at all the regions, I'll find the best win streaks ever, right? The GPL ruined it, Clement, because it was about 4 different teams went on like 15-1 streaks or something. This has ruined the whole thing. Like, you know, I was going to get like hyped about like, you know, Blaze winning like 13 games or something like. And so what people don't get is, famously, the reason why they had to split it into LMS is the LMS teams, the Taiwanese teams, were just too good compared to, at the time, Vietnam, forget about like Philippines, Malaysia, like those teams were just, like I said, they were farmed for streaks basically. And so what the thing that's interesting is this. Because LMS had not as good Worlds results, which is why they got the major region status taken away, and they folded it back in, I noticed that it made Western fans just forget Taiwan is a thing, and they just started thinking of all PCS teams as like, it's kind of like those scrappy Gigabyte Marines. It's like, whoa, like, listen, the Matchy team surely showed you at this Worlds they were way better than that. Like, I would even say this, what I found cool about the teams from PCS is they do what I've always wished people like TSM would do, which is if you're nervous and the scrims are going badly, don't go and try and play a normal macro game against the team that you have every disadvantage against psychologically, lanes, draft. Like, what I love about the PCS teams is they play like an underdog should. They just try and do like haymaker punches from fucking level 1, picks that don't even make. That's why that Gigabyte Marines set was a great example of it as well. Like, they just go for it, dude. And listen, they're still not going to win Worlds, obviously, but it's fucking entertaining. It's actually, so I wanted to get, what's your thoughts on where PCS is at the moment? It's kind of a weird place, right?
Yeah, I think there's a couple of problems with the PCS. I think number one is you see a huge undercutting of League of Legends players in general under like kind of the Garena system. Most of the younger and new and upcoming talent are heading towards mobile gaming.
Oh, okay.
So the age group like steadily went up for League of Legends, and the interesting thing is that the young mobile players actually transitioned back to League of Legends. But the damage was already done, and Garena wasn't that subtle about kind of favoring their own mobile journs over League of Legends, and there was even this playoff event in the last year of the LMS where I was there, where they actually delayed the LMS playoffs from starting because the mobile game hasn't finished yet. They kind of undertimed it, so. There's that going on, and there's also like a huge undercut in terms of the viewership, based on into the PCS. Like I was casting an amateur tournament this year, and the figures were about like 3 times higher than what they were in the actual PCS playoffs and finals matches.
Okay.
So there's a huge drawing away of attention to it, and also I think that it basically has become kind of a farm region for the LPL. I would not be surprised if we continuously see talent that previously played in Taipei just fly over to Shanghai. Like, it's a very short flight.
Yeah, if people don't know, we also saw that elsewhere. Like, 4-4 was supposed to be the next May, but he barely was there. He was there for like 2 years or something. He was already gone. So, yeah, the drain is real.
Yep. Yeah, so I'm not very optimistic about the chances of this region standing back onto its feet. And I actually see it more as like a potential region that they kind of restructure, perhaps Wild Rift around. I don't have any knowledge, but if I see the trajectory, I think that's probably what it is going to be like. And you already see like PCS has already been stripped away from Garena. It's not run by Garena anymore necessarily. So I think they're probably setting off towards that direction rather than it being like top challenger or major region in League of Legends in the PC version.
Okay. Yeah. What do you think, Peter? Because like as I alluded to, Matchy and PSG talent showed that like Western teams have got to stop disrespecting regions they don't know. Like it's one thing if you talk about like Brazil and the ones that have never proven it really, but like they showed at this Worlds, dude. I'm sure they thought they were going to win those games easily, and they were far from easy.
Yep, it's funny you should say that, Thorin, because unfortunately you're talking to a coach that did manage to lose to a lot of the emerging region teams at this World Championship. I
didn't want to bring it up, but we also conveniently didn't mention the planes, by the way, Peter. You're just here for your knowledge. Yeah.